What is going on, my dudes? We are live. Welcome to another random stream for WINcels. In this stream, we kick back, relax, enjoy the fucking music, and just chill, and read comments. Yeah, basically. Like we do it every other stream, really, honestly. But yeah, how you guys doing? It's been a while. Been a long break, really. Overall, had a good weekend overall. Pretty solid. We got 0 viewers so far. Let's see how many people we got in here. Wait for people to flow in here. Oh shit, let's see what we got. We got Jeff Wave. What's good, man? What's going on, my dude? We are live. What's going on, Emrios? How you doing, buddy? Finleos. Hi, what's going on, my dude? How you doing, buddy? Guess I'm first. Yeah, you might be first, actually. Who knows? Maybe you're first, maybe you're last. How's everybody's weekend, man? I hope everybody had a good weekend, honestly. Pretty solid weekend for me. Couldn't complain at all. I didn't really do any studying, but other than that, I had a pretty good weekend overall. Pretty solid. I totally wrecked my diet, so I got to get back into the swing of things going on Tuesday, honestly. So that's my biggest sin this weekend was breaking my diet pretty hardcore. But other than that, doing pretty good so far overall. Doing good overall. Oh man, Labor Day sales, dude. No family, no friends to hang out with. What do you do? Yeah, when I was out and about this week, I'm noticing that people are still buying like a motherfucker right now. Like nobody's like controlling their spending at all. Like with food prices being as high as they are, you think people would be scaling back, but like I'm not seeing it. But obviously, maybe we're seeing it in the economic data on the macro trend. But like, man, I see people with carts of food everywhere, and I guess like you still got to eat, so I guess that makes sense. But people just buying stuff like nobody's business. But I think the inflation rate's like 8% or some shit. But who knows what a real inflation truly is? Because they keep lying and lying about the numbers. But yeah, Labor Day Rodney. Yeah, dude, or rotting. Oh, yeah, Rodney works too. Ice Cactus, what's going on, my dude? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, my dude. Oh man, I've had quite the weekend. Had some crab legs, a little bit of barbecue, drank a lot, kind of chilled really overall. Amazon is closing dozens of warehouses because of slow sales. Wow, for Amazon to do that, that's insane. I think Walmart also released guidance on their last earnings call that they were going to have a slower sales throughout the rest of the year, which makes some sense, honestly. Yes, mystery. If we get old, I guess most of us will have to completely depend on ourselves. That's true, but you already do it now. But like the problem is that when you get old, though, like you can't really depend on yourself at a certain point. Like you either go into a nursing home and get your ass beat by some fucking nursing home nurse, or you just end up you end up dying and croaking out in your fucking 1 bedroom apartment somewhere, and people ask, hey, what's that smell upstairs, and it ends up being your ass. So like at some point you can't depend on yourself anymore. At some point, if you get something like dementia or some crazy ass psychological disorder, you don't really have a choice but to go into like a nursing home or get home health hospice aid, which is pretty expensive actually. So yeah, most people are gonna be fucked, and when they get older, dude, no one's gonna have anyone take care of them. And just flat out because of the demographics, there's not going to be enough people to even take care of your ass anyway. As it is, it's going to be stretched. It's going to be stretched so thin. Only the rich of the richest can afford to have people like take care of them hand and foot. Sales. How can anyone afford kids? I don't know, dude. The poor people find a way though. They shit him out like fucking like a fucking Pez dispenser, and it's unbelievable. Um, I think a lot of it comes down to welfare. If you get a lot of welfare and stuff like that, you can generally have a lot of kids because you're not really footing the bill for your major expenses like food or housing, or even cell phones, depending on what we're talking about. So a lot of it comes down to welfare. The people who can't have kids are either going to be the rich, the hyper rich, or the extremely poor. Because the poor get welfare and the rich get rich already have money as it is. It's the middle class that's having issues finding their footing in this economy. The poor don't have never paid their fair share, and the rich have never paid their fair share. So yeah, there's always been the middle class who gets hollowed out when it comes to bad downturns and stuff like that. Because like we're the most ironically we're kind of the most disposable. Um, well, I mean, obviously the poor would be first to go, but because the poor don't necessarily work as it is, like I'm talking about the real fucking poor people who just live off of welfare. Because they don't really work, they don't really have to worry about losing a job, quote unquote. So like when it comes down to firing people, it's gonna be your ass on the chopping block, and therein lies the problem. Like you have a system where it's like the poor are poor and they get poorer, but they still have welfare, and the rich are just getting richer, and the middle class is being hollowed out. And you're seeing this in the dating market as well, where it's like the Chads are having a good time, the incels are getting nothing, and the middle of the pack is kind of getting like nothing at all either. So it's like the middle is being hollowed out, and you kind of have I think it's called a bifurcated system where it's like you have a bunch of poor people, you have a bunch of rich people, and there's no one in the middle. And same thing with Chads. You have Chads and you have incels. We talk about this, it's like very very black and white. There's no in between for women. There's no there's going to be no in between in the economy either, in my opinion. Seems like I will spend most of my prime 18 to 35 rotting, no wife, no kids. Yeah, a lot of people will. You're not the only one, my dude. Plenty of people will spend their fucking prime years rotting away in their homes, ordering Uber Eats every night to satisfy the food craving, I guess. You're gonna have to have a harakiri at old age or suffer into adult diapers, oh boy. Oh, we're going to have to harakiri or harakiri. Yeah, nursing home because eventually we get weak in the head or body before we go. Again, if we get 65 somehow, yeah. If you even make it that long, truth be told, the reality is that some people might just self delete at age 55 and call it a day. Like their last good years are behind them. They might as well just fucking call it a day and self delete themselves. But yeah, shit's insane, dude. Mystery, I'm getting sextorted because some bitch has my dick pics and is blackmailing me. Needed advice. I can't help you out with that, dude. You gotta have to figure it out. Why would you send dick pics? Like, I don't understand how people get put in these situations, dude. Like, don't send dick pics. Don't send sexual shit to women, dude. It's not worth it. Yeah, it's just not worth it, dude. Guess I could choose the harakiri at age 50, around 50 to 65. Makes sense, though. I think so. Oh yeah, if you reach a certain point where it's like, well, I got nothing to live for, and I'm so fucking old, where like, I can't really fucking do anything anymore. Taking the easy way out is kind of an honorable way to go. Truth be told, you'll always win, and cells will win. You're all WINcels. Jay, what's up, dude? We are winning, dude. Hey, what's up, Count? It is what it is. Yeah, it's true shit. Middle class actually doesn't pay its fair share. If you look at it, the middle class is more welfare dependent than any other class. Really? Even the poor? Yeah, I know the middle class definitely doesn't pay their fair share either. Like mostly the rich. The rich pay a lot more taxes than anyone else does in this country. That's for sure. I guess when I say fair share, I mean as like a proportion of taxes paid, I suppose. But even then, I guess they pay the most. So yeah, they pay most of the taxes as a class and as a proportion. So I would have never guessed the middle class is more welfare dependent than any other class though. I figured the poor would have been the most welfare dependent because they actually can get welfare. But then again, I guess it makes sense though. In this current age, the middle class might actually be on more welfare because of just to keep a middle class intact, you need some form of welfare to make it. So like if you're like a middle class family, you might be able to get welfare like food stamps something like that to support yourself. So who knows? Got to order Coomer Eats. Coomer Eats. Oh my god. Spend your prime on mystery school stream and missed the dreams come true. Oh boy, that's a fucking sad life there is. That's a sad life if there ever was one, my dude. At 50, you're in your prime, bro. Oh yeah. You fucking peak in your 50s, and then you're fucking, and then you're at your highest peak in your age 65, and then you fucking fall down like a fucking roach at age 75. So, yeah, shit's unbelievable. I can't believe that meme ever even fucking exists. Truth be told, Jesus looks like Jesus is getting his revenge on Judas. I think most inkwells have a lack of executive functioning. Mental processes that specifically control behavior, attention, and emotions are called executive functions in neuroscience. These are working memory and inhibition and cognitive flexibility. I think they lack executive functioning. I would say maybe they're too high inhib. That would make some sense. That's been a big meme in this community for a long time now, being high inhib. Yeah. Maybe isolation, lack of intimacy causes that. I would definitely say not being around people a lot can cause some psychological issues for sure. It's definitely not easy. Being alone and your mind just kind of rots because you do need like people stimulation to stimulate you to some extent when it comes down to like your mental stimulation. Just being like alone in your fucking room all fucking day long or some shit will definitely rot your mind for sure. Not gonna lie, I got sextorted once. These women are bad people. Don't trust them with pics of yourself. Yeah, it's not worth it, dude. Causes what count? Oh, never mind count. Yeah, okay. Who the fuck wants to start a family at 50? You're not even shooting the best loads, and you'll be 70 when your kids are 20. Yeah, that's just unbelievable, dude. That's the copium that goes on in the red pill community, dude. It's just unbelievable. It's like you want to have kids in your 50s? Like, you serious? Like. What's going on my fucking Discord? What the fuck was that? Whatever. Somebody sent me a Discord message or something like that. I don't know what's going on in my Discord. Let's see. Executive functioning. Don't know really. Now inhibition means something different in that context. Oh. I think high inhib is an issue just getting out there. Well, 40-year-old women are now birthing 20-year-old women. Are now outbursting 20. Oh yeah. I think I saw that data before. Yeah, it's true. Women are having kids so fucking late in life, it's not even funny anymore because they think they could have it all, and I guess to some extent they are having it all. But now they have fucked up kids. They aren't having kids in their prime years, and they seem to be thinking that like, oh, I can wait till I'm 40 years old, have a past geriatric pregnancy, and then fucking end up with a fucked up kid, fucked up fucking baby who's like autistic or some shit. Like these are not good things that are happening in our society right now. That's for sure. In addition, in that context of executive functioning, ensure the impulses are suppressed, i.e., that one does not give up immediately. Oh, okay. Oh, mystery. I watched your friend Sergeant Willie P. I don't know my friend, I guess, but yeah, I like his stuff. I watched his. He had a pretty good perspective on the Asian cells, really. Dude, Asian cells got it so fucking bad, dude. Like I didn't watch that full video, 2 hour long video, but yeah, it's pretty bad. Like the women have zero. The women are so self hating about their own race. Not even funny, dude. Shit is unbelievable. If something does not work right away, if you are well inhibited, you can control your behavior and attention well. Hey guys, what's up, sex addict? What's up, buddy? How you doing, dude? Bed Bath and Beyond 6'4" went on attack mode against the legendary Oreo Man. For what? What did he do? What did Oreo Man do? Or what didn't Oreo Man do? Can't wait till everyone calls out Asian voice for their fetish. But the problem is, will they? Like, do women ever get criticism for their fetishes or for their sexual immorality or for anything at this point? Like, I don't think it's gonna happen. But someone has to, dude. It's getting unreal. It's so unfair. If I was an Asian, I don't know what the fuck I would do, especially if I was an Asian male. My God, dude. Like, then you wonder why your women don't fucking want to fuck you. Like, and well, yeah, I guess when all the women think that like the white men are superior and that you're just a small PP and this meme and that meme, it's like, okay, well then you have a lot of memes against you guys. Like, what is the face of Asian masculinity? Like, what does it mean to be masculine and Asian? Like, I think Sergeant Willie Pete brought up I think it was Bruce Lee or something like that. He's like, that's like the last dude who was like a masculine Asian guy, and at that point, it's over. Like, I can't. I mean, I can think of maybe is Jackie Chan considered to be masculine? He's kind of just whatever, and then he's kind of more like a funny guy, if anything. And then you have what else? Who else is there? Like, what other Asian things are there? I know there's that movie Crazy Rich Asians that came out a few years ago, and that one was maybe a good representation of Asians in general. But like, yeah, I would imagine an Asian would probably know more about this stuff than I would, though. Like Ice Cactus would probably know, or maybe Stralik would know a little bit more. But yeah, he said Oreo Man is putting in the work so he can F himself. What does the Oreo Man putting in the work mean? Like, what isn't Oreo Man doing? I don't know what he's doing. Isn't Oreo Man living out of his car or some shit? Okay, so Oreo Man, something's going on with Oreo Man. I gotta read this comment real quick. Hold on. Crazy Rich Asians even had a half white dude as the lead. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Damn. So they couldn't even find a full Asian guy to be the fucking lead for the movie. That's sad. That's pretty sad. Yeah, Asians have zero representation anywhere when it comes down to actual masculine roles. It's like they've been relegated to like half men. Like, nobody believes that Asian men are actually men, full men. They're half men. Look up Henry Golding. Let me look at the guy real quick. Hold on, give me a sec. Henry Golding. Yep, he has very white features. Holy shit. Yeah, he's a very white features. Wow. You can tell he's Asian, but it's very like pronounced. Like, you can just tell in like his eyes and around his mouth area for sure too as well. You can kind of just tell. But damn, yeah, they really did pick the least looking Asian guy there could possibly be there. Oreo Man is lazy. Batman helps and tried to help Oreo Man out with a job. Oreo Man just complains and does nothing to change his life, stating, "You can't judge me as an excuse." Yeah, that's bullshit. Especially if like, I don't know what Oreo Man does or doesn't have, or what he does or doesn't do, but the reality is that Oreo Man definitely should, and if he has the ability, if somebody's helping you out, especially someone trying to help you out and do a little bit more with your life, and you just don't do anything, then yeah, I mean, you have no real right to complain, unless the advice is bullshit he's giving him. But if he helped him, if he tried to get him a job, though, it's a whole different story. Like, jobs are legitimately a good thing generally, especially when you have no job. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It's about you and the sun, a morning run, the story of make our what I have and what I ache for. Look up Henry Golding, looked at already. Yeah, TIE fighters. Middle-aged women birth autistic babies. DOI 10.10038. MP 2015.7. Okay. K-pop is really killing masculinity but making us more attractive. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna bring up K-pop before, but I forgot about it. K-pop really is like the only thing I can think of that's like say it hasn't saved masculinity per se, but it's definitely giving you guys like a pretty boy look that some women find attractive. So like that's like the only thing you can even leverage when it comes down to like being somewhat attractive is using the K-pop meme. Everything else seems to be dead. Like actual traditional masculinity or masculine roles is dying in general. Actually, um, it's more especially it's happening in the white community. It's already happened in the Asian community, and it could be happening in the black community too. But the black community still has this is something that Sergeant Willie Pete talks about a lot too as well. Or he talked about in that video I found is that he was talking about how like black men at least still have gangster rap culture and sports that keep us relatively masculine in those roles. Asian men don't even have that. Like they don't have that. They don't have any sort of sports stars. I can think of what Yao Ming like that it. So like, he's probably the only guy I can think of off the top of my head that's like pretty high prominence. Who else is there? I think that's I could probably think of more if I probably had more time. But yeah, if I'd looked it up probably on the internet. But who knows? But yeah, just really is no like traditional masculine role for Asian men at this point. I mean, you got Baki, but then again, it's an anime. Yeah, that's the problem. Tony Yang is masculine Asian boy. He mogs. Okay. Is Harry Golding a good example of Chang? He is 6'1" too. Isn't he married? I think he's married with kids and shit. So he might be a Chang. Is he Chang though? Like, does Chang count for halfies? Like, if you're half Asian, are you still considered to be Chang? Like, is he really a could he consider to be a Chang even though he's half? Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. I already said Jackie Chan. Bruce Lee was definitely the only I can think of. Yeah, Bruce Lee for sure. Yes. Jackie Chan is a jester. Yeah. This is the issue I have with guys 25 to 40 blaming everything and everybody for not being financially stable. You had over a decade to gain over a decade to gain a skill, but no, it's capitalism's fault. Yeah, I would say 25 to 40. Like at some point, the amount of excuses you have start dwindling as you get older and older and older. I can understand being like 19 and not being financially stable. Then again, sometimes things happen, but like if for the average person though, I think that they have the ability to be financially stable if you just stop spending and just if they're just more frugal with their money overall as well. But a lot of people don't have financial discipline to keep their stuff in straight, and then to learn a skill as well. Being age 19 and having no skills is really obviously it's pretty obvious. You're not supposed to have skills at age 19. Being age 25 and having no skills at all, or not even having a job yet, is pretty sad. So and it only gets worse as you get older, obviously, because like as you get older, you get a less and less slack for being mediocre in certain areas of your life. So. The black community has a machismo other than in sports. Yeah. That is sports, yeah. What else is there from Royscope? Roscope. How do you say that? He said the O there, and the song "You Could Speak to You" that could speak to you. I remember all the girls falling for pretty boys when I was in school in the mid 2000s. However, there was still plenty of portrayals of traditional masculinity at the time. Yeah, it seems like the pretty boy look's been in for a while, and maybe we just kind of missed it. But yeah, you were right that there's still traditional displays of masculinity all the time, but it definitely seems like the pretty boy look has always kind of been in. It just seems like there was more like variety in what women found attractive. Now it seems like it's either pretty boy or Chad or nothing, and like even the meathead, musclehead guy gets nothing now. He just seems like he's like a over obsessed fucking dude who doesn't in the gym a lot. We had this discussion a million times now. We were talking about how muscles don't really seem to attract women like it used to be. Like you kind of just want to be toned and look decent. You kind of just want to be toned as the way that you don't want to be like fucking meathead muscle man anymore, like some dude off of Baki or some shit. The Arabs are ultra masculine because they are in war all the time. Tony Yang is a Chang for sure. What about Yang Gang? Andrew Yang. No, I'm joking. I know he's not Chang. Tony Yang. Let me look this guy real quick on. Yeah, I would say this is probably Chang. He looks like Chang. Stupid Young was an Asian gangster rapper. Okay, it's over. It's always been over, my dude. Rotang, the Muay Thai fighter. Oh yeah, Muay Thai. What's the name of that guy from the movie with the Asian guy who plays basketball in the hood? You tell me, dude. I have no fucking clue. And there's the push for music companies pushing ducks wearing gold dresses. Yeah, I've seen that before. It's really fucking weird. Shit is unbelievably weird. Things happen for a decade is not an excuse. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can things happen to everybody. That's the problem. You can't keep using that as an excuse. Like, things happen to literally everybody. To some extent, like, I'm not gonna fucking throw out the whole like, hey man, just become a financially stable type shit, and that's not how life fucking works. But like, you had enough time from age 18 to age 20 or age 18 to 20, 18 to like 30 to gain enough knowledge to not be financially stupid, to learn how to invest. So there's plenty of like free content out there now that wasn't there when I was younger, especially that you could easily have tapped into and use to your advantage. And because you were, maybe once again things happen, so maybe you didn't have the internet. Who fucking knows? But that's unlikely nowadays, especially. So like nowadays, is no excuse. Like there really is plenty of fucking ways to like gain knowledge pretty easily for free on YouTube and stuff like that. There's no real excuse to be like financially ignorant anymore. We need to be harsher on our own, and stop giving excuses when we are men. After all, it's the same thing with Nazi victim mentality. The meathead muscle never really got anything except other men. It was the gay look, dude. Tone Max, there you go. What's up, buddy boy? What's up, Drolic? Is music still going? I think it's still going. Okay. Like I said, women want masculine pretty boys like Giorno Giovanna. At the end of the day, my cosmos is pretty wide, and I just separate it into music I like and music I don't care too much for. Nice. Looks Max made a pretty interesting video debunking the pretty boy look, basically saying pretty boys are basically Chads because they have Chad features. Basically saying pretty boys are basically Chads because they have Chad. Well, isn't that like any look that gets women would be considered to be Chad, wouldn't it be? So like, I don't think we were ever saying that like pretty boy. How are you debunking pretty boy by telling us what we already know? That's not a debunk. That's just a observation, I guess. I'm surprised you would even say that. It's not really a debunk per se. That's not what it seems like to me anyway. Yeah, I would say they probably do have chat features. They would probably have to be any sort of popular thing, and at the end of the day, so for women to like it, so guys back in the day could get a decent amount of appeal just through niche maxing. There aren't any niches anymore because there's no youth culture. That's very true. The youth culture nowadays is all like very very homogenized. Everybody watches the same shit. Everybody looks at the same thing. Everybody like there's no cliques. Everybody is very homogenized. Everybody's into the same shit overall, so it's really easy to kind of fit in nowadays because like you just kind of like watch what everyone else watches, or hell, or maybe I'm just too old now to know what the youth culture really is. I have no clue. I don't know what young people do at this point. I'm in my 30s now, so I have no clue what young people do. I'm not keeping that close of an eye on what a high school student's doing at this point in my life. But so I can't even make a lot of good statements about that. But from what I've observed, though, the youth culture appears to be very homogenized. Yeah. That's a huge woman or transition, man, in your last video. Is that a huge? Oh God, Andrew Yang needs to get out of politics. It's a waste of time for Asians. Yeah, he really did make you guys look stupid. Not you guys, man. I hate to say stupid like that, but it's true. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. UBI was his big campaign promise, and he botched that one pretty bad. Huge women seems like hard to tell these days, even though my gaydar is quite fine tuned. More size, more guys. The bigger you are, the more guys you get. Please accept my invite to my Discord. What? Oh, I will at some point. Happy Labor Day for Eastern cells. Yeah, dude. My TikTok feed is full of black pills. I have a lot of content on private law. Damn. Nice. Check your DM on Discord. Okay. Women have also wanted Griffiths, not guts. Women have always wanted Griffiths, not guts. Damn, dude. Damn. Griffiths getting cucked even after the manga stopped, dude. It's already over. He debunked nothing. I don't know what the fuck he was debunking. I'm like, what the fuck's that supposed to mean? Just Griffith Mac, dude. A lot of these pretty boys are gonna look like masculine chads by their late 20s. All Zoomer culture is regurgitated 80s and 90s culture. Huh. Maybe that's a good way to put it. I'm just not quite sure what's going on in today's youth. Yeah, I wouldn't even know, but yeah. There's no diversity, all anime and overproduced music. Yeah, I noticed the anime is really popular in that generation, dude. It's unbelievably popular. Like when I was in high school, dude, liking anime was like a death sentence to your fucking social life. People thought you were fucking weird, some sort of fucking autistic guy. Nowadays, dude, everybody watches anime, dude. In that generation, dude, everybody watches anime. They watch some sort of anime. It's like, what the fuck? Zoomers have no real culture. I don't know what that means. Like, they have to have a culture. It just means their culture might just kind of suck. Who knows? But for real, no cap on God. No cap. The men who are on average best attract women today possess feminine and masculine traits. Those form a special symbiosis. Okay. We got smoke, we got drink, we got frog. What's going on, Stu? I knew it's always you, dude, with that fucking frog. UBI is a bad idea since we've seen people won't work. Yeah, just won't work. You're not wrong. I have friends with young siblings. Youth culture is no longer as vibrant and diverse as it was. Very few niches and not a lot of social impact relative to prior youth cultures. Liking anime wasn't cool even 10 years ago. Normies ruined the anime for me. I still watch anime, but I don't watch nearly as much as I used to. Mostly because I don't have time. I don't have time to fucking be sitting down watching anime like that anymore. So I watch like very, very few shows at this point. So yeah, back then mostly autists watch anime. Now since everybody's kind of autistic, it's logical why animes are on the rise. Everybody, yeah, the average birth age for a wife is like what 40 now or 35 or some shit, late 30s, something like that. So yeah, what do you expect to happen, right? Everybody's becoming autistic, so you're definitely right about many people liking anime now and a couple years ago as well. Yeah, dude. If I had a chin, I'd be a model status. Dang. You have no chin? Is that what it is? Oh man, that's sad. That chin is what makes the man at this point, dude. Pepe the Frog sad. Oh, sad frog. Who the fuck is texting me all this fucking shit? No chin equals no chin, no win. Oh man, I suffer mostly from my area. I suffer mostly from my body, really, with my dad bod. But other than that, I'm do pretty well. And my fucking not receding hairline, rather. I still have a hairline. It's my fucking bald spot in the back, which I cover up. Is what it is. Scleral show. I think, yeah, that eye area can definitely be a big fuck up as well. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about making a video about like compiling all the stuff I've learned about incels and compiling all the theories we have into one big a unified cell theory. Unified cell theory is what I call it. And I'm gonna try to like make it like a three part video series about like this whole fucking issue. Try to like encapsulate everything into one big 3 long videos. Not long videos, 3 like medium sized videos. So like video one's gonna be about the cultural impact, the cultural not impact per se, but the cultural reasons for inceldom. Or maybe video one would be about just the lookism stuff, the very obvious stuff, like the lookism, get all the easy stuff out of the way first. Second one's gonna be cultural. Third one could be demographics. So you can maybe throw a demographics into culture, I guess. And then you can discuss the economic factors as well. So you just kind of discuss a unified cell theory that encapsulates all theories into like one big. Because I've always kind of harped on the idea that like, it's a multi-factored, multivariable problem, and that just focusing on like one issue or one thing is not going to fucking solve the issue at the end of the day. I had to ship one of the cars off, and I had a young kid who was interested in cars. I let him view my fleet. He had so much fun. That was my life feel, seeing him happy and working with his dad. Nice. Yeah, everybody needs a little bit of life feel in their life, dude, for sure. It takes a lot of halos to make a Chad, but only one Phalo to break him. Yeah, that's true. Theory of relativity. That could work too. Good name. Labor Day weekend in your prime. It's over. It's over. Let's see. I wish I was deep as some Thai chick right now. Just go get it, man. Just fly over to Southeast Asia, my dude. Go to Thailand, my dude. Go over to Asia. Go back to your people, my dude. Anyone know what happened to Hamudi? I don't know what happened to Hamudi, dude. That fell to the face of the earth. Applesauce, Max. For sure, dude. For show. For show, dude. For show. Overdosed on copium? Yeah. He's an incel holla. Valhalla, deliver us. Depressed today is an army with carefully organized weapons. The journalists is officers. The readers is soldiers. The reader knows neither knows nor is supposed to know what the purposes of which he is used in the role he is to play. Hate America now, not gonna lie. It's only getting worse, dude. At the end of the day, no one really has any real desire to be fucking. Nobody has any desire to fucking save this country anymore, anyway, as it is anyway. So, because who's there to inspire you at this point? Like, there's no inspiring politicians out there to like make you feel good. Or hell, maybe we're just too jaded, but like, we don't have any like good leaders. All we have is like a bunch of fucking like career politicians and boring ass motherfuckers, dude. So, who the fuck wants to vote for someone like Pete Buttigieg or vote for someone like fucking Amy Klobuchar? Or vote for someone like Kamala Harris, like, or even Joe Biden at this point. Vote for these guys. Who fucking wants to vote for Trump again? Like, I don't know. I don't want to vote for Trump again, really. Who wants to vote for fucking Ron DeSantis? Like, why? Like, what's he gonna do? It's Saturday night, and I cannot breathe. Oh, that's based statement, dude. Genghis Khan is a good masculine representation. Oh yeah, that's a good one too as well. Yeah, Wise Words by Hamudi. Space and Moody, dude. What sucks is seeing my dad experience red pill rage at 60. How? What? How is he so late to the? I guess it makes some sense though. Actually, honestly, I'm not gonna even ask why he's so late to the game. He grew up in an era where like dating was much easier than it is now. But like, those men were lied to hard. Like those they were probably lied to the most about women because like they truly did believe that women were like these things, these majestic creatures who could do no wrong. And now that they see all the content that is being made about women nowadays, like it's probably a huge shock to them to know that like no, women are not these like docile creatures that you thought were docile and weak and meek. They're these fucking vicious fucking creatures who will take your ass to cleaners once they fucking experience a little bit of power. So yeah, those guys probably got it. You know, they were a blue pill to the max. When the Genghis Khan max based. Genghis is a true cell on high T. Yeah, what's up, Prim? How you doing, buddy? You can't save it anymore, and no one wants to stop the welfare. Yeah, no one's gonna stop welfare, dude. That's gonna happen in America, dude. Not politicians. No politicians. Only future warlords. I could deal with a warlord. Fuck it, dude. Might as well go fucking full warlord at this point. Yeah, we have Jordan Peterson. Oh my god. Oh my god. Buy the book. Make sure you buy the book. Buy the book and make sure you give me more money. So yeah, there you go. America has really been bad since 2020. It's been really bad since 2020. Yeah, it's been bad even before that, dude. But 2020 was like the tipping point. 2020 is when shit really hit the fan. Everything before that was just like an upward spiral or downward spiral towards where we are now at the end of the day. So yeah. Like the likes of Jordan Peterson keeps civilization running. Honestly, he kind of does because like people follow him and people will listen to his stuff and they get inspired by it and they want to fucking do more with their lives and he kind of keeps the whole game going to some extent. He was like the perfect guy to keep men in check, to keep men on the self improvement treadmill forever and ever and ever. He was the perfect guy for it because like he would inspire you. He said, "Hey man, don't quit, don't give up, take responsibility and do what you got to do," and people would do that. And because they thought he was a thought leader, and he kind of was a thought leader at the end of the day. So yeah, he probably gets a lot of he should be getting a lot of fucking not respect, I guess, but a lot of fucking credit for keeping men on the self improvement treadmill for sure. Thoughts on Dark Brandon meme? Shit's just a shit meme, dude. Yeah, JP Law. Yeah. U.S. never elected a good politician, but still nothing happens. U.S. never had elected good politicians. Yeah. Basically, he's dealing with women at age 35 to 50 who act just had programs as 18 to 23-year-olds. Damn. You gotta tell me about this. Tell me this on Wednesday, my dude. I think you said you wanted to come on Wednesday, so I might let you on. We'll have a conversation about this. This is pretty good. I don't know how the fuck he could possibly like. But then again, women nowadays, the wall is probably more copium than we thought it was. Because like, if women are just like getting the same amount of attention they were at age fucking 23 that you are at age fucking 36 or 37, then what's that say about men, dude? Men are just down fucking bad, dude. That's the phrase, down bad. I'm not gonna use that phrase, down bad. Men are just fucked at the end of the day. Like, I don't think incels are going to be going to the cleaners anytime soon. Yeah, that's true. History is direction, but nature is extension. Ergo, everyone gets eaten by a bear. Based. When the Englishman speaks of national wealth, he means the number of millionaires in the country. The Dems are antagonizing a civil deletion, or what are you gonna do about it? Or what are you gonna do about it? Yeah. 12 rules for death. 12 rules for death. Buy my book. 12 rules to be a cock. Andrew Tate for 2024. Dude, he could probably run and probably win, dude. Who fucking knows? We have learned that history is something that takes no notice, whatever of our expectations. Clean your room, bucko. And clean your fucking room, dude. If your country went to war, would you fight for it voluntarily? For a man in his early 20s with no property or family, it seems pretty cucked. Yeah, no one would. Then again, I'm not saying no one would. Plenty of dumb fucks would, but a lot of people would definitely abstain from fighting because what the fuck's the point? Like, what's the point of fighting when you have nothing to fucking fight for? You have no property. You don't even own a fucking a box on the floor, and you have no family. So other than maybe your extended family, which doesn't really count, you want your own family. So like you don't have your own immediate family, and you also don't have any kids. You don't have any kids. You don't have any property. You don't have any money. You have no stake in society. Well, why would you fight? Doesn't make any sense. Maybe you take and run for president. I still wanted to say that earlier. Who knows? Clean your room while I clean out your bank accounts. Boyos, yeah, dude. At the beginning, a man was wealthy because he was powerful. Now he is powerful because he has money. Intellect reaches the throne only when money puts it there. Older men dating older men. Older men dating older men isn't sustainable if you don't have a high birth rate. The wall doesn't exist anymore. Dating apps and social media destroyed it. Red pillars are part of the problem, but they are too low IQ to realize it. Yeah, I've always said it before, but they're like the Spike TV or the Man Show of of today's era. It's the same shit. It's the same fucking shit. So honestly, I notice women 30 plus act more childish than women in their 20s, in my opinion. I would say probably not. I wouldn't say that's very true. They act a little more callous and cold, in my opinion. But yeah, they act way more. They're way more calculating when they get to fucking 8:30, dude, than they are in their 20s. Their 20s, they still have some like a wanderlust and some fucking the wanderlust. That's the word for it. They still have a bunch of fucking still have like some of that charm they still had when they're young. They get fucking 30, dude. They just stop caring. Most men are just extra, to be honest. Once upon a time, freedom and necessity were identical, but now they are understood by freedom is in fact indiscipline. I consider dying for Japan. They actually produce shit. Yeah, it's a red pill myth. They have infinite options. Their ability to get Chad just diminishes even more. Dude, what's up, David Zambrano? Random stream, dude. Because at least most dudes grow up in their 30s, chicks still act the same as they did in their 20s. If Floyd didn't have a family values, etc., before she was 30, she'll never, women, have it in her 30s. People would fight, but only if they get shit in return. Matter of fact, you would have people join who would literally become mercenaries. You could join and serve your country, then getting cucked. True. It's in my opinion, dude. Women do change in their 30s. They become more cold and calculating. I think, in my opinion, they don't become nearly as like their 20s. They're still kind of like dumb, and they're still kind of dumb in the 30s too. But they're still kind of have that like weird perspective on things. But it's a little more but they're optional in dating. Like I think that's been said before. But like women in their 20s go for like what they want. And the moment when women hit the quote unquote the wall, or they had the moment they have a kid, the moment they have some like life defining moment, they immediately go for what they need to have now. So things that they wanted, they now put to the back seat now, and they go for what they need. So because then now they need money, so they look for a man with money. Now they need a man who's stable. So they look for stability. Now they need a man who's this. They need a man who's that. So it changes from wants to needs, but the wants are still unreasonable as well. It doesn't mean like the wants are just as bad as the needs, or the needs were as bad or as good or better than wants. They're still unreasonable standards to meet. So. Society has too many welfare dependents. Olders and no elders. Olders, yeah, I like that phrase you put on there. Age 30, 35, the only difference is that her options go from having 25 chads to only having 10 chads to choose from. That's true shit. True shit there. This is an era of delayed adolescence. Yeah. Yeah, very true shit. Playing with Fire Channel, PUA Channel has speed dating videos recently. Dudes are so cringy and repetitive. Would be hilarious if you had a reaction stream like you've done with Pineapple Show. Maybe I have to watch that. Maybe on our first episode of SNC Return. Everyone is acting younger than their age. 40-plus-year-old women can be based. Women change to 30, but only the way people think. They get desperate and they start acting more calculated. 40 acting like 30, the 30 acting like 20s. Seniors that don't prepare for retirement should be punished. Yeah, they really should be. Honestly, it's pretty sad that you worked your whole fucking life and saved zero fucking dollar for anything, dude. Shit's unbelievable. Faced or leave the destiny. I'm not reading all this shit, dude. They can't go fucking around as savage as they went in their 20s. 28-year-old is when women change. The hard realization hits at that age. They have one more year before realizing they're in the 30s. You don't let people in the stream? Probably not. Not for this stream. Maybe I will, depending on if people want to come on or not. When AI becomes truly mainstream, humanity will be like the humans in that film WALL-E. Oh yeah, the WALL-E. Yeah, that was a good movie. These seniors that become a legion of the system don't get to be called elders. I think the wall could refer to one or two things: when Chad doesn't call back, or when she reaches the end of her fertility. I think that the fertility wall is still real. That wall's still real, but the fucking wall for Chad is never fucking ending, dude. I think a lot of guys who are 25 to 40 should leave the country for women and let the Floyd suffer. Yeah, I think you're gonna see an X. You're already seeing it. I think that Gen Z has the highest level of interracial dating of any generation, honestly. So it doesn't surprise me if you start seeing dudes are already jumping the racial ship. So why wouldn't they jump the country ship as well? I know a few dudes who've gone to Southeast Asia, to the Philippines, stuff like that, to get women, and they come back and brought them here, and they feel like they're happier than ever, and it worked for them. So I don't see why it wouldn't work for anybody else. But yeah, you already see dudes dating out of their race. So why wouldn't they date somewhere else? Date someone from another country, you know? Too much shit. Pooch. Send me the list of PUA lines they use. Maybe I can make another updated, repeated clip. Like, just follow the script I have. Oh boy. Age is just a number. Teehee. Delayed adolescence because there's no incentives in life for guys and girls to spoil it. Escape or challenge or escape. Like that fucking picture, dude. India is now a larger economy than the UK. Interesting times. That's crazy. We need to punish bad behavior, but my welfare. Dude, you gotta keep my fucking welfare, dude. Keep the welfare up going, dude. You gotta keep my fucking welfare, dude. You can't get rid of fucking my welfare, because then you'll let the whole system collapse, right? Dumb red pillars don't realize that there must be more young women than middle-aged women for women to hit the wall. Men have to have an abundant options for the wall to exist. It's starting to happen. Some, but very doubtful for the younger generation. Floyd's light speed is also just a number, but it has innumerable consequences that are not everybody can really understand. That's true. No incentives to mature anymore is the main thing. If they were out of the workforce, then for sure. They're already feeling it, hence the soft girl movement that the Floyds are doing. Oh yeah, I saw that soft girl shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on with that fucking soft girl shit? Like, oh shit. The economy's collapsing. I guess I better fucking become a woman now. Like, stop being a fucking halfway man. I guess I better become a woman. Soft girl movement. Let's look it up again. Let's look it up. Soft girl. What is soft girl? I know what it is, but see Wikipedia. Soft girl. Soft girl described as a youth subculture that emerged among teenagers in the mid 2019. Soft girl is a fashion style popular among some young women on social media based on a deliberately cutesy, feminine look. Being a soft girl also may involve a tender, sweet, and vulnerable personality. The soft girl aesthetic is a subculture that found. Notice how this feels like an act. Being a soft girl may also involve a tender, sweet, and vulnerable personality, almost like a fucking act. This is basically an act, because these women don't actually behave this way. They just pretend to behave this way. It's all that kind of like what Coach Greg Adams says about the chameleon. They put on this soft personality for you during the dating stage, and then once they get you stuck in their gravity well, they fucking become a monster and they eat your ass alive. The soft girl aesthetic is a subculture that found predominantly predominant popularity is due to the social media app TikTok. The trend consists of many pastel colors, Y2K, anime, K-pop, and 90s inspired clothing, as well as cute nostalgic prints. Singer and songwriter Ariana Grande has been credited with popularizing soft girl aesthetic. Ariana Grande was kind of weird to me. She looks kind of weird. She all look very odd to me. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, that's what soft girl means. If you don't know what it means, just read it off. I realize Gen Z is a pretty antisocial generation. These kids really rely so heavily on their phones. Holding a combo is harder than finding a diamond on the sidewalk. Oh shit. Yeah, I've heard that before too. I know a guy who's planning to move to Mexico with his Latin girlfriend. Good for him, dude. Get the fuck out of here. White nationalists need to let Stacy go and victim mentality go. Just travel to subliminal speed, bro. Subliminal speed, yeah. Like, I'm tired of these fucking Starbucks drink makers complaining that they can't go on vacation working a job a retarded middle schooler could do. Those should be wife jobs so they can make side change. Punish single mothers. Adolescence has not been delayed. Its upper limit has been shifted downwards. Yeah, people can think delayed. I knew what they meant, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Mexico gonna get fucking chopped alive by the cartels. Could be. Young women have a job, have no job. Young men have no job. Yeah, that's very true shit. Oh, what the fuck is the soft girl movement? Laughed my ass off. Oh yeah, it's about these what is soft? I just read it off. Soft girl. I read it off earlier. Yeah. Perhaps when replicants become a thing, we could just mass produce beautiful women, so there are more women than men. You wouldn't even need to. You just program them to fucking like the man they were with, so it's easier that way. You wouldn't need to overproduce anything. You just make a bunch of women that are make enough women to satisfy the demand for them, and then you figure it out from there. Had a hard weekend drinking, whoring, and taking drugs that have made me happy, but it doesn't. Damn. The speed dating vid, they were saying you look like trouble. Oh my god, this is the biggest fucking meme. You look like trouble. I've seen that meme on Tinder as well. When we did the Chad fishing experiment with on Tinder. Shit's unbelievable, dude. And the Stacy fishing experiment, dude. Shit's unbelievable. Shit is unfucking believable. You look exotic. I like that. And negs. They were pretending they were trying to read the woman, but just using PUA lines. Yep. PUA has destroyed the dating market for men, dude. Every man thinks they have to like start with some corny ass, cheesy ass line instead of just saying hi and how you doing and some shit. You know, who knows? Basically, Western boys trying to act more feminine. Yeah, basically, it's growing. My cyber harem is coming. Based. They are pretenders. Yep. Soft girl movement is a complete grift. It's just Gen Z women about to hit 30 realizing their eggs drying up. Oh man. TFM 2.0 in a nutshell. You're never going to see conditions where things improve for men. It's no longer necessary for if social contraction is the goal. Just be soft. Teehee. Yep. Maybe there's a good content there, but you can't bring myself to watch their garbage. I think the new trend of A or B line or neg them on any answer they give. I pipe the shit out of Ariana Grande. Yeah, I mean, Chick Grande is fucking weird. Is Lizzo a soft girl? I don't know what the fuck Lizzo is. Lizzo is a pretty soft girl. She's pretty fat. It's gonna sound weird, but men need to watch 15 more YouTubers more because then you could find out what next manipulation technique they might use. By today's standards, Stallion is a soft girl. Is Tisson still around here? I wanted to ask him about Floyd being a new prime minister. I think he normally only attends on the SNCs like on the weekend stream, but who knows? Anytime you offer any solution, someone hates on it while they rot. You're not wrong, dude. It's true. People will fucking hate on any solution you give them when it's like, dude, you're not doing anything at all, dude. You can't just fucking do nothing. But like, I guess they could just do nothing, but I don't recommend doing nothing. Just do something with your life, you know. CGA did it on software. I'll send you a link. Yeah. Today I was in the supermarket and some fat zoomer asked me to buy him chocolate. That banned white dude from the get-go. That food banned white dude from the get-go. Okay. BK is cucked. Yeah, but if some guys would want to harem, yeah, I wouldn't mind a harem at all, truth be told. But the dude has to want that though. Like you don't just overproduce just to overproduce. You make you make enough for to satisfy the demand. You wouldn't just make a bunch and figure it out from there. To the white chat and manga Discord, I'm in with legit hard drug addict, crack, heroin, etc. And he was fucking chicks daily. He had an OnlyFans until 25, and he actually got a real job. Damn. You must leave these thoughts behind. No, my eggs are drying up. Oh, go your own way, bro. Had a woman with a hunchback turn me down because I wasn't tall enough. That chick's back was like fucking broken, dude. She's like, I'm not fucking dating your ass, dude. Chick's back fucking look like a fucking S curve, like an S bend on the fucking goddamn toilet. She's fucking like, nope, not dating you, buddy. Bro, I was on Tinder and profile said this is an experiment. Laughed my ass off. Yep. Do you really talk about the latest Adam No E video? You already talked about it? No, I haven't talked about it yet. What's it about? Ariana Grande is mid. Neat max. Just DBDR max, bro. You must stay focused, brothers. The next free welfare from Democrats will be free IVF. Probably. After they fucking ruin their lives with feminism, now they're going to offer them free IVF to fucking make up for it, you know? Just stay focused, bro. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I was reading something real quick. Thoughts on vasectomies being glamorized? Oh, you mean like from Roe v. Wade or Ho v. Wade? Yeah, that was that was the big meme from that, which is like, oh, men should get their balls chopped off. So because if you want to have sex with me, you gotta have a. I'm not taking I'm not taking birth control. I'm not doing anything like that. I need to protect myself, so I need you to fucking get your balls chopped off. Yeah, it became a big meme during that time period. Means there's a sucker born every day, and someone's gonna fall for it, so they're gonna fucking do it. So a lot of men have already done it before, so they're gonna do it again. They'll fucking get their balls chopped off, and then go from there. Damn. Make women suffer. Just cut your balls, bro. Yeah, dude. Only beta soy men are doing that. Let them do that. They're doing the world a favor by going extinct. I don't have a problem with making a vasectomy, but just being glorified as sus. Yeah. It feels a little bit astroturfy, but it's what it is. Protect your balls. Adam No Eve compares dating and the housing market, stating how average men are priced out of both. Yeah, I made that comparison during my a Juggernaut Law video, actually. The housing market to the dating market. The exact same shit. She's spermicide, bro. If you are a based man, why would you? I'm already ready to impregnate any void. Stop fornicating with American women. I think vasectomy's glamorization is intended to make women begin to demand it. Check out the comedian Danny Polishchuk. He's doing reacting videos to FDF podcast. Oh shit. FDF has a podcast? What would anyone listen to that podcast? Oh my god, it must be so fucking like shrill and vitriolic. It's not even funny. It's dumb because women literally have so many options to prevent pregnancy. Why do men have to get vasectomies? Oh, because like women want complete security. They want complete security. They don't just want nominal security where they can get pregnant still. They want complete security. And having a man who literally can't get you pregnant is literally the perfect level of security. Why wouldn't they do that? Women have always wanted more protection and less freedom. So mainly just a response to birth control and their inability to close their legs. Somehow, whenever birth control, whenever takes birth control, some man forced it down her throat. Laughed my ass off. Just spread your seed, bro. Yeah, like Genghis Khan, Max, dude. American women are whores. Damn. Ice Cat's going off, dude. He's like, fuck it. I hate American women. Like, damn, dog. People are going crazy. Because the patriarchy, women have done enough, and now it's men's turn to carry the burden of limiting reproduction, as if they've done anything at all. Like women have already done their part by not having fucking sex with most of the men, and by having using birth control and having sex with a bunch of the smallest number of men. So take the rights away. If only it was that easy, my dude. If only it was that easy. Anyone else think Sneeko was a douche? I don't know much about Sneeko. I know that he's weird. I only know that he's been on a Destiny stream a lot. He thinks he's not a what do you want to call it, a sheep, which is weird. So everybody's kind of a sheep to something, whether they like it or not. He's like, I think for myself. Like, sure you do, dude. Sure you do. No one thinks for themselves. Everybody's ideas come from somewhere else. So you didn't think of your own original ideas. They're from somewhere else for sure. So for dictator cells, yeah, dude, no dictator cell here. I like Japanese women because at least they're fun and can bar hop with. Nico has gone full grift. He was actually smarter when he was like 13. So he's just too far deep in the rabbit hole. Damn. The wall is real, dude. The wall for sexual access is so unreal for women, dude. The wall for like pregnancy is real. The wall for sexual access is unreal. Shit doesn't make any sense. Not anymore. Never once thought Sneeko would be red pilled. I thought he was too self aware to ever be red pilled. I don't know. Being a red pill just feels so like whatever nowadays. Like anyone can be red pill at this point. It's the black pill that really needs to be spread. Which there's a few new creators I've been watching. Look pretty cool guys, honestly. Yeah, people are actually intelligent when he was making videos as a kid. Grannies are fucking left and right thanks to sim culture. Thoughts on Abba and Preach? I like Abba and Preach. They're pretty cool. They think they have good perspective on a lot of stuff, and they have pretty even keeled reactions to stuff. So it's not too crazy. It's not too overreactive. They have pretty good perspective on a lot of things, which is good. So yeah, I think they're pretty cool guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon. Maybe I won't. Let's do an invite link real quick. Do an invite. Copy clipboard. Let's do an invite link. I'll keep going for a little bit longer. There's your invite link. If you want to join up real quick, you can join up and then we can talk. I'm pretty much white pilled right now, though. Still holding out since my base genes aren't that bad. Oh shit. Let's see what we got going on here. Anyone want to join before I cut the stream off? We'll see what we got. I'll keep going for another half hour, I guess, if you want to join. All right, let's go. You got Prim in the house. What's going on, Prim?
What's up? What's up?
My dude.
Doing all right. Trying to survive the 9 to 5 grind.
So you said you're still white pilled. How the fuck is that working out for you?
I mean, I'm not ugly enough, and I'm not short, so I still get like, I mean, I don't get like attention from chicks. Like, I like go outside and they're fucking like looking at me and shit, but I get matches and stuff, so I'm just holding out.
Yeah, it's kind of where I'm at
We'll
too.
see what
Honestly, I still get
happens.
some matches too as well. It's kind of weird. So I think it's like a weird position to be in, where like you're sort of black pill, but you also still kind of have this weird party that's like still like, okay, well I still have some hope left because I still have some fucking matches going on here, so it still works out in my favor. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say it's also just because of how I was raised, like especially by my grandparents. I mean, like my like end goal is to so like get married, have a family and stuff like that. So
yeah.
and I mean just culturally I have to do it. But I mean if all those fails, I'll just go back to my motherland and then I can get a wife pretty easily, but that's not really the move.
Would you actually want to do that though? Would you actually think that's a good move for you? Like if all else
Mm,
fails here, would you go back and just say fuck it and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if all
I mean
else
like
fails, yeah, I'll definitely
why
do it.
would you want to date an American woman though?
Mm, I mean, I think it's kind of like the same thing that is there echo?
Yeah, someone join. Let me review. Let me do this real quick. Give me a sec. Okay, we'll just reset the set the stream real quick. All right, then we'll do this again. See what we got. Okay, everybody's here. Anyway, go ahead, Prim.
Uh, wait,
Yeah, like,
what's
well,
the?
why would you want American? I mean,
Oh,
American. Are you looking for like American white women or American black, or what do you typically attract? I think you said you attract Asian and white,
I
right? Most of the time.
yeah, I mean like most of the time, well, at least on like Tinder and Hinge, I would say it's mainly snow bunnies, and then I guess some uh Asian and black, but it's like very little. But like I'll like randomly get like a Indian girl, but
Are you pretty dark skin? Are you pretty light skin? What kind of skin tone are you?
I'm not like dark dark, but okay. All right. So basically, my mom is dark, but my dad is basically light skinned, but he's not mixed. So I'm like kind of like in between that.
You're kind of like me, actually. I'm very much in between. My mom was very dark skinned as well. My dad was very somewhat light skinned, actually. So I'm even though they're both black, they're
Yeah.
yeah, they didn't have like there's no like weird mix in my dad's side of the family at all. Well, there is a little mix. I think my great grandmother was white, but other than that, there's there's like on his side probably where he got the whiteness from or the light skin tone from. By the way, yeah.
Yeah, I most likely have some close-ish white relative, most likely British, since Kenya was a British colony until like 1963. So, but I mean, yeah, I mean, in terms of American woman, yeah, there's a way less chance of you finding like a good wife, but it's just like culturally and everything is just easier if they're American. But if all those fails, I'll just go back. It's not really an issue.
Would you say so you said you mostly are you having any luck with these women at all, or are you just kind of like playing the field right now? What are you doing when it comes to like dating? Are you still smashing these chicks, or what's going on?
I don't really do that. Like, uh, I had a girlfriend my sophomore year of college. That's when I lost my virginity actually, and we dated for like a year. It was a white girl, and things just didn't work out. And then senior year, uh, I was working in this project group, and this Indian girl liked me, so I was like, you know what, might as well just see what the red pillars say. Just fuck these hoes.
Yeah.
And I mean, like we hooked up like twice, but like after that, I was like, this isn't for me. This is a waste of time.
Well,
So like,
are your parents okay with you interracially dating and stuff like that, or what do you think? What do they think about it? What do they think about it
mm,
rather?
my parents don't care.
Okay, that's
I
good.
think I mean, I, I mean, I assume my grandparents want me to get with a Kenyan chick, but they don't really care that much as long as they have the values, I would say.
Yeah, yeah. I was just kind of curious. I know some cultures have this weird thing of like, no, you got to date within the culture, you got to date within the race, or date within the Kind of with Africans, the Africans can tell
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
other ethnic groups even within their own country, like, oh yeah, you're this or you're that. It's so weird. Like they can just tell, like they know like all the phenotypes and stuff like that. It's just unbelievable to me.
Yeah, it's like the tribal stuff, but my mom and dad are from two different tribes, so I
Okay.
don't have to deal with that.
I guess with your family being so prominent, I guess in the country, I guess it wouldn't really be that big of an issue anyway. They can kind of do whatever they want and get away with it, right?
Yeah, like I have enough money in my like granddad and my dad have enough influence, or like it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I can kind of just do like whatever I want if I go back, but I mean, I was born here, I was raised in the States, so it's just kind of like I
Yeah,
don't
you
really
stay with
want to, but
stay with what you know, obviously.
yeah,
Yeah. Let me let BP and J and Draws get in here. Let's let BPJ. I know you're here.
no,
What's
yeah,
going on,
yeah.
buddy?
Hey man, what's happening?
What's going on, my dude? We got Drolix in the house. Up, Drolix.
Yo, yo, what's up?
Get a mic check going on here. We got mic check. Good shit. All right,
Are,
everybody's here.
is
Yeah,
everyone getting
there's
echo?
there's
Echo
a big
again.
echo.
Yeah, it's
Big
echo.
echo. Let me do this again. Give me a sec. We'll wait like 15 seconds this time. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We'll wait 20 seconds. There we go. Try again. That work?
Better. I think it's
Test, yeah.
Okay, good
Sounds
shit.
Okay. So I got a new wireless headset. How's it sounding?
Sounds pretty good. Not too bad.
Sounds clean.
Awesome. Now I don't need to switch between wired and wireless.
yeah. No, things are going all right, man. I keep for whatever reason, and maybe it's because I fucked up and watched one too many of his videos. Not because I for the advice, but because I do like some of his exposing people, and that's John Anthony lifestyle.
No, no.
So he has because he has some videos where he's like exposing. I forget I like that content, but as soon as he starts getting into the whole uh, uh, texting games and all this other stuff, I'm like that's I
Yeah.
don't watch any of that content. But now I'm just getting a whole bunch of ads for his shit. I'm just like, oh god damn it. And it's insane because like now because I don't know if you know, but apparently John Anthony lifestyle like fucks trannies.
What?
That was yeah, I heard about
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. No, there's I should. Matter of fact, I'll show you the video. I'll just send it to you. But no, but he's admitting on camera that that out of like I don't know, he just has like this arbitrary number of like I don't know 608 something women that he slept with, and like and those are like 3 trannies because they look like tens. His words, not mine. I'm not making this up, by the way.
I mean, he just kind of proves the black pill though. It's like he has to go to a poor country for like any of this shit to like actually work. So like it doesn't really
Where does
matter.
he go?
He's in South
Uh,
America.
Brazil
Okay.
is his main place.
Yeah, like
Yeah, what's up
he
with
doesn't have to
these
do anything.
yeah, even Hormaxer 2 admits like, he would bang trannies if they were hot enough, and I'm just like, what the fudge?
Just put it in the chat. It's like a maybe like a minute or 30-second clip. But he's probably said this, but my whole thing about it is it's like if this is the case, and to be honest with you, and I didn't really even believe it at first when MD used to talk about this, but I think that a lot of these guys with these quote unquote huge notch counts going overseas and stuff like that, I think they do bang trannies, and it's gotten to a point where, because if you think about it, right, here's the way I see it, right, is you got dudes like R. Kelly who, or just a lot of like celebrities who bang a lot of chicks, and I think once you get to a point where you fucks like, oh, I don't know, like
Yeah, you get
400,
desensitized.
yeah, you get desensitized and you start kind of doing weird shit anyway. That's why you hear stories
Yeah,
about like these celebrities like being into like pegging and like
yeah,
all
crazy
types of
shit.
weird shit. Yeah. So if you're a guy with this like quote unquote large lay count, and you're kind of going about like this whole nightclub lifestyle, yeah, it's pretty easy to believe that a tranny or 2 or 4 or 10 has slipped in there. If you true, you know what I'm saying? Like if you truly don't really give a shit. But yeah, I sent you the link, bro.
Yeah, I got the link
Yeah, I
here.
mean,
Let's play the audio real quick.
yeah, it's the same thing with just watching porn. Also, like if you just consume too much of it, like over time, you'll see that you're like starting to like look for more stuff that's like more
I would say
wild and
not
stuff.
even like too much. But I would say like if you could go down that rabbit hole of like looking for
Yeah,
fucking
true.
crazy ass shit, like you can keep watching like the regular vanilla shit generally, and I think generally be psychologically okay. But like once you start getting into like fucking scat or some fucking crazy ass shit, dude, some fucking midget porn, some shit, you got some fucking problems, dude.
Bestiality.
You got weird things going on in your mind.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it is right. Like that is why you see a bunch of like celebrities getting like exposed, and like you find out that they like this crazy shit like in bed. I mean, and it is kind of that reason. I mean, like that's why I don't. I mean, even if I could just walk up to like a like random chick and just and like she'll go home with me, I would not do it. I think it's just a waste of time. But you know how the red pillars are. You know, just gotta
Yeah,
have 20
because
women at once, man.
right. Because I mean, because ultimately, I guess as a man, you do want to be able to have the option of having sex with a woman, like at the very least, right?
Yeah, yeah.
At the very least. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you do want, and I've said this for a minute, and whenever I say this, sometimes guys like the more quote unquote macho type guys would try to be like, oh, that's not true, and all this other stuff. But I think that in today's day and age, and this is something that we kind of know is that there are more young men who want relationships and want genuine relationships with one person than there are women. If it was up to women, women
That
would
is true.
obviously would yeah, women don't really like monogamy like that, and it is men because the vast majority of men have zero people to
People,
women to
yeah.
choose from. They
Yeah.
would just have one, even if that one is like a 6.5 with a good attitude. Most dudes will take it and just be with that one person for the most part.
That
Yeah, it's
is
very true. I
true.
feel like I've heard that before as well. When it comes down to like men desiring, I think it's even especially in the black community, I believe as well. I think there's more black men who actually desire to get married and have kids. They're married anyway, than there are black
Yep.
women who actually
Yep.
want.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at the I
100%.
mean, look at the Michael B. Jordan situation. Lori Harvey.
That shit's crazy.
No, like the thing about it is, if you remember when Black Panther came out, Michael B. Jordan was like that fucking guy.
Yeah, it was
Like
basically
he
God.
was that guy. And sure, he did go out with Lori Harvey, which is not, not a good choice. I mean, he fucked up on that, definitely. But at the end of the day, Lori Harvey, and I've always said this, like hypergamy knows no limits. It doesn't. There's no limit to hypergamy. It's unlimited. So she feels like she could do better than a Michael B. Jordan, and a lot of black women, especially black women, are following in her footsteps. They look at 25 as way too young to get married. At least with white women, the one thing I'll give white women over black women is a white woman knows that 25 is a little bit older because her mom more than likely probably got married around 25, 26, 27. So as soon as they start reaching 25, 26, that on top, their mother, on top of the fact that they're white and they age a lot faster than black women, they have a little bit more of a sense of urgency than a black woman. A black woman doesn't think a black woman thinks that like 28 is too young to get married, whereas a white woman, once they reach 28, it's like, okay, like most of my friends are getting married, like, okay, like what the fuck am I going to do, you know what I mean?
yeah, I would say that's very true shit there. Um, yeah, I think because of another thing that also helps as well is that like the white patriarchy, I guess, is still somewhat intact as well. In the black community, there is no patriarchy, so like that type of structure still keeps things relatively in check for white women as well, and other races, women as well. I think Asians as well as Indians as well. So yeah,
No,
that structure is still somewhat intact.
the crazy part is it's like in Asia, if you're not married by 25, it's like you're a leftover woman. So it's just funny to me.
Christmas
Like they're
cake,
still
dude.
thinking, yeah, they're still thinking like 28, 30 is still young. It's like, bruh, the ship has already sailed. They don't even realize it.
No, it is not leftover. Look, man, the wall is I think the wall is cope. I think like the biggest lies. Let me ask this a mystery. Do you think that the wall was a lie? Maybe not necessarily all along, but do you think that, because I felt like I was lied to about the wall. I honestly think that the wall doesn't exist for women anymore, but now in a short period of time it started existing for men because looks have gotten has risen to the top in regards to what women, and maybe has always been at the top. But I think that there's more, so I think the wall more so exists for men than it does for women. What do you think?
I would say the wall is probably one of those it's definitely become over. It's definitely overstated for sure. I think there's a fertility wall, which makes perfect sense to me. Fertility wall makes sense. Women have a fertility window, and once they miss that window to have kids, they're fucking done and over with. But their sexual wall is almost unlimited. I think they have the ability to have sex or just find a partner, someone to take care of them well into their 50s and 60s.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say
yeah.
there is no sexual or relationship wall, but but there is a fertility wall.
Yeah, I think that as soon as the sexual marketplace went globalized, the concept of the wall was completely, because before the sexual market became globalized, obviously women were relegated to their own certain part of their area. So they had to make a decision among the men that they had to choose from. But once the amount of people that had access to became unlimited, then there will always, like, women have to be able to run out of options, and now they can't run out of options. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Yeah, yeah.
PPJ, I was gonna say, like,
It's
cause
good, bro.
I've been around, like, the red pill. It was a red pill coping point, essentially. Like, cause they say it's like, oh, the woman's gonna hit this magical wall and haha, suffer woman, like your options are none. Like that was just like a red pill, coping point essentially. But like you say, it's a global market. They have infinite options. Like, I mean, I have a video on like where the granny fishing. It's like
Yeah.
even
Yep.
an 83-year-old grandma can still get Chad.
Yeah, no, and somebody in the chat is Kuma says, but Chad doesn't want old women. But you got to understand, Kuma, the I forget who exactly coined it, but the normie the normie of today is the incel of tomorrow, and the Chad of today is the normie of tomorrow. So that quote unquote Chad, he doesn't have to be ultra Chad, but as long as it's a relatively, because nowadays, look, you got guys that are normies, like a dude who is a normie or a high tier normie. Depending on how thirsty he is, he will settle for a woman who is like 50 or damn near 60 years old. And we've seen it. We've seen it in TikToks. It's
Isn't
not, yes,
isn't
sir.
Larsa Pippen dating
Come
what's
on.
his
Yeah, Michael Jordan's son.
yeah,
Yeah,
Michael
yeah,
Jordan's son? I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck, dude?
Yep.
Like that's like she's like what in her 40s or 50s now or some shit.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's like
Yeah.
30, might be early 30s or something like that. So yeah, weird shit like that going on. So
Yeah. And I know she's like, the exception, not the,
yeah,
because most older women don't look like that. But even still, a woman, they will always be able to date up, like always. It's just, yeah. So I mean, unfortunately, the red pill just kind of gave us they gave us information at the time based on old data when things were quickly changing. So unfortunately, if you're a dude who entered the red pill, let's say in 2018, 19, 20, and you were listening to the Coach Greg Adams, the Rollo Tomasis, the Donovan Sharps, etc., you were receiving already outdated information, thinking that you were receiving like, oh wow, like this is like I'm being enlightened, I'm being red pilled, I'm awake now. But you're already on using the old iOS. You know what I'm saying? Like it was already outdated by the time you got to the information.
really the information you're getting nowadays is so outdated the moment you get it because like the world moves so fucking fast now. Like
Yes. Yeah.
everything moves around so fucking fast that like the information you're even getting here is like probably outdated at this point, dude.
Yeah.
Like you really gotta like
absolutely.
keep your head head to the ground and figure out what's going on the ground level, not what's going on up here or going on
Yeah.
in certain
Yeah.
spheres.
Yeah,
Like I watch on Fresh and Fit. It's like I watch like sometimes clips and for the most part, obviously Fresh and Fit. You know, like kudos to those guys for the success, but at the same time, these are guys who you know they're regurgitating the same stuff kind of over and over. And as I
You
just kind of
know,
yes sir.
oh, no, I was just gonna say, like, I think at least even in this stream, I think we are the cutting bleeding edge in terms. Like, I know I'm not picking on you, Prem, but you were like, "What's soft girl maxing?" And I was like, "Here you go. Here's a bit to explain it." Like, it's like we already know what the fuck is going on before any of the
yeah,
boyos are asking.
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like most of the red pillars, like fresh and fit, like besides like the surface level stuff, like oh, you need to go to the gym and like you need to make more money. Most of what they say is just grift, and it's very easy to counter. It's I'll say like the main thing that they always say is like, oh man, like guys are meant to just fuck hoes all day long. Like we're not supposed to be with one single woman, but that can just be countered by just saying all the other, you know, shit that we're supposed to do because I guess we're the same as any other ape or like but it's like we don't go around killing other dudes and raping women, but technically that's in our biology, as they say.
Yeah, but it's also it's unsustainable. You know, I mean
Yeah, yeah,
the
that's the
to
thing.
most guys. I mean, what is it? The average amount of part like. And the funny thing is, especially when it comes to black dudes, I don't know if you had this experience, mystery, but whenever I talk to black dudes, like because for whatever reason, black dudes believe that they're like the shit and that all women
Yeah.
Yeah,
and game is everything.
yeah.
Um, it's like they and when I tell them, I'm like, yo, you do you understand? Because every black dude it makes it seem as though everybody's getting hose, but yet
Yeah,
getting hose is
facts.
impressive, and it can't be both ways. You can't say that getting hose is easy, but yet getting hose is
Oh, this is
impressive.
impressive.
Those two
Facts.
things can't coexist. But whenever I ask these dudes, I'm like, hey, do you know what the average amount of women that a man has slept with? These guys will say but shit like 25, 40. Well, I know all my homies, we be hoes and dirty
Yeah.
shit. I don't know about you, but the niggas, but the dudes that I hang out with, it's like, bro, it's like the average is 7. And they always are act surprised, like not the niggas that I know, all this other stuff. And I have to tell them, I'm like, yo, you do realize that a lot of your friends, a lot of the people around you lie hard because everybody else is lying. Like people lie about this stuff. But yeah, it's I forgot where I was going with this,
Yeah.
but
I think it's just like a culture thing. It's like one of the ways you can be cool, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I would say the reason why they have that kind of like inflated sense of ego. I mean, it is true that like black guys are kind of like I don't know like what the right word is called. Like I wouldn't say over sexualized because I think it doesn't really make sense, but it's like something like that where I mean, obviously it's like the stereotype about being black is that you're hyper masculine, right?
Well, yeah, the
So
stereotype about being a black man, especially, is that you have a very very good mouthpiece. You're fucking got a
yeah,
big ass fucking D,
big
and that
ass
that
dick,
you're
yeah,
very suave. You have
yeah,
basically have a good
yeah,
mouthpiece. Those are the big means about being black. At least the big means, big stereotypes about being black, especially for
yeah,
women.
and it
And
always
yeah, go
yeah.
yeah.
ahead.
So it's supposed to be easy in a way, as like they kind of
hmm
make it
But the
out to you. But
problem
then that's so I was just gonna say, but then like
mhm,
that's also the same reason why like black women are like kind of on like the opposite end, like in terms of like dating apps and stuff, they don't get the most messages because they have the opposite stereotype, and it's the same with Asians as well. They have theirs is basically the opposite of ours, and like that's why the Asian men kind of have the short end of the stick, but the Asian women don't. It's just
right.
kind of like
But
like I've always said, like you always want to be in the middle. Like it's better if you have no. labels because then you can be whatever you want, and then it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. So yeah, that those stereotypes, and I've always get into arguments with black dudes about this because they believe that having this ultra masculine like
It's
kind
so
of
bad.
stereotype, yeah, is a good thing. And I'm like, you dumbass, you realize that because they have their stereotype of us, the only way that we're considered to be attractive is if
Yep.
we meet that
Yep.
stereotype. So we all have to be swole, we all have to have fucking tats, we all have to
Yep.
be gangster, we all have to have the drip, we all have to have the mouthpiece, we all have to be athletic, we all like all of our beards gotta have beards, they gotta
Yeah.
connect, we gotta
Yep.
have we all gotta have these things. The fucking white boy ain't gotta have none of
Nothing.
these
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
things. He can
That is
come,
just kind
he
of
can,
how it works.
bro, a white boy can show up. He can show up. Look, a white boy can show up at the black club with a white t-shirt on, blue jeans, dirty Nikes, and pick up an attractive black chick that yo dumbass had to have the chain, the fucking like the clean, crisp haircut, the fucking ultra elite mouthpiece. You had to have all of these things like on 100, but he could just walk the fuck in, and because he's white and because he's just a normal guy fucking looking like Charlie Day, he can take your black chick. Tell me if I'm wrong. He can look
That
like
is
Charlie
true.
Day and bag a fine, a pretty attractive light skinned chick with no problem,
Yeah.
with none of that, all that stuff that you was fucking talking about. He didn't have to have
He
none of
doesn't
that.
have to have it. Yeah. That is true. I mean, like, I think, I think just for certain women, it's just different things. Like, I actually think like the main reason why I just don't really get any love from black women right now is because I don't have a full beard. Like that's like the main thing that they always say. So
For me, it's like the biggest. I don't even get. I think I've dated one actual American black woman my entire time I've been on Hinge, and that was like probably the worst experience of my life.
oh shit.
The rest of the women have just been like from foreign countries, so like Kenya or
Yeah, yeah,
Uganda
yeah.
or some sort of African country, and they tend to be far more
Yeah, they don't really care that much.
feminine, tend to be more a little bit more
Yep.
submissive, a little bit more tend to be more submissive anyway, and they
Yep.
tend to just
Yep.
be better overall people. The women from America though have just been absolutely fucking bitches to deal with, dude. Just hard to fucking deal with, hard to love them, hard to like them. I don't know. Shit
Yeah,
never
you
works
know
out.
the but here's the funny thing, and I was just kind of thinking about this.
Cultural gap.
Is yeah, I mean, but also, if you think about it, like being a woman, being an American woman in 2022, and how, I mean, we talk about easy mode, tutorial mode, but it's funny how we literally give women the ultimate simple blueprint to success.
So true.
Like we give them like we can give a woman like, hey, follow these 5 or 6 steps, and not only would you have like a really good guy, but you would have a pretty good attractive dude if you just follow these 5 or 6 steps and just follow them and just don't stray from it, and you will be fine. They look at that piece of paper with all 5 or 6 steps and they say, fuck you, I'm gonna be a whore and do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, it's kind of because I'm in this Discord for like manga and stuff, and like there's actually quite a lot of chicks who are like just turning 29 or just turned 30, and it's like one of them like still works at a grocery store, like running a register, and then the other one like just finished college. I'm like, so like, what did you do from like 20 to 30? Like, they just don't do anything. I think they just have too much freedom, and then they don't really. I guess they just don't like really care because I mean, guys will just give them money and shit. So
Yeah,
and
yeah, no,
like
we
and like
don't.
their dads too. Like it's honestly their dads also kind of uh not create, but they inhibit or I forgot the word of the like of like this kind of
Enable.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Where
Yeah, they
like
enable it. Yeah,
one of them, like her dad just paid for her apartment
right.
for basically her whole life, and she's like 29 now, and she just
And
finished
but
school. It's like what the fuck?
yeah, but the funny thing is that here's like what the ultimate just kind of joke about that particular is that women will shit on guys for either not having their own place or having
Yeah,
roommates or being in a certain situation when they've had their shit paid for by a man and they didn't have to do anything.
Their
But
whole
yet
life.
they'll look at a guy who is on their level or slightly lower, like he's a nobody. So even with these women who have OnlyFans and shit, because it's just like, damn, like I'll be honest with you, like I don't date women seriously who have OnlyFans, but I will talk to them or whatever, only because like it's like
Yeah.
so fucking common. It's like all right, like what the fuck ever. Um, but that same woman who has an OnlyFans, whose OnlyFans is paying for their apartment, won't date a guy who doesn't have like a house or who doesn't have X, Y, and Z. But yet they're working part time and not working at all and traveling and getting fucked on their OnlyFans or doing what I'm saying, or playing with themselves or doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like this weird
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of yeah.
I mean, I think the OnlyFans thing is getting out of control now. Because I mean, at least on dating apps, I'm 22, so I put 18 to 22, right? And then like most of these chicks that are 18, like they have an OnlyFans. Like as soon as they turn
Yeah.
18, they just make it,
Par
and
for
they're
the
just
course.
posting naked pics of themselves online.
It's
And
it's it's
it's actually very common. Like it's actually crazy.
it's very common. Yeah, no, it's par for the course. And it's so weird because like I don't know what here's it's like this weird thing, man, where men, we just have to take what most men, not I mean, not Chad, but most men have to basically take whatever the fuck they can get. Meaning that like there was a time where maybe I don't know, like in 2017, if you told me that like, hey, like a girl has an OnlyFans where you pay a subscription and you get to see them naked, why would I date a woman like that? Now, fast forward, 5 years, and now it's become so common that your average man has to put up with that. It's
Yeah.
like the bar keeps sinking lower and lower
You
and
know,
lower
or
and lower. And I've said this before in your stream, mystery, where most guys, if they were on a date with a woman and he said, hey, like I literally, got like pounded out last night by like Tyrone and D-Real at the same time, a lot of guys would still take that second date because they haven't had a first date in so
they
long.
have, yeah,
Yeah, it was
they have
like
no
so fucking
choice.
desperate and thirsty for it, dude. And the
Yeah.
reality for the women as well is that like the OnlyFans is such a high low risk high reward strategy at this point because
Yeah,
like there's no real social backlash to having an OnlyFans.
yeah.
Not
There's
is
there's
now.
none. Yeah, there's
It's
none.
None. So
it's
and then beyond that, the reward is that if you somehow make it, well, guess what? You have a bunch of money now. So like
Yep.
the risk is so low because all you gotta do is put a few pictures up there you already have on your phone. You took for your boyfriend or some shit, and then you fucking just post them
Mhm.
on OnlyFans, and you're done.
Pictures, old pictures. They got
Yeah.
old, and these women, they got videos of themselves
getting
from
fucked.
way back
Yeah,
in 2015 of getting fucked by Chad. They could just take some of those, and obviously Chad doesn't fucking care.
yeah.
But here's the other thing too. The numbers. Think about it. The number one reason, or one of the number one reasons why a woman wouldn't have one was because what would my kids say? But these women aren't having
Facts.
fucking kids anymore. So who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I would.
I don't think they even care anyway if they had kids on. Truth be
Yeah,
told,
I
I
was
don't
just
think
gonna
they
say
Yeah,
care.
I think
that.
most of
I don't think it even matters.
yeah, most of these chicks I think are under 30, so like they haven't really got into that age nowadays. But like most of them say, "Oh yeah, I want kids," and then they get asked like, "Oh, how are you gonna like explain this shit?" And
They
they
do
just
not
kind of
care.
grift and like yeah, like they just kind of say, "Well, they will understand." I was like, "Lol, dude."
Yeah,
Like,
they will not. And tell me if I'm mistaken, but also too in some instances, because one reason why a woman wouldn't get into porn is because, hey, if I get into porn, then I can't get into like being a nurse, or I can't get into this other field down the line if I don't want to do porn anymore. But
yeah,
now, but I would argue, unless I'm mistaken, I could be wrong, but now I think there are repercussions if a company doesn't want to hire a person because they have an OnlyFans, or I'm pretty sure that's going to be a law that gets passed where it's like, if I'm an employer and let's say I have like a reputation for my company, I can't discriminate against a woman because she's had it because she was a quote unquote sex worker or did an OnlyFans. Does that
I
make sense?
yeah, I don't think it's going on now. I think you're right though. I think like give it like 10 more years and we might see some like actual legislation for that But like, I mean, like,
No,
I
no.
think it's
Hold up. You guys are behind the times. There's plenty of TikTok vids now of Foyds losing
really,
out on. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was one that I saw yesterday. Some Black Foyd was like, I missed out on a 50K brand deal because some shit in her bio was like slightly racist.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was yeah, it was a
Because
black
her
chick.
bio
Like,
said slightly racist.
It basically had
no,
some slightly racist stuff.
oh, never mind,
So
it's a different one then.
I think
Never
that's
mind.
what
I
it
was
Well,
thinking of
was.
a,
that's a little
I'm thinking
different.
of a
That's a little
different one.
different though. If you, I mean, it look. That's I think that's a little bit different. I'm talking about like when a woman has an OF and she can't apply to a job because of the OF.
Yeah, I mean, like there was that one story where some black influencer chick like posted a pic of herself in like a honeycomb dress online with like her ass out, you know, and it was like a sponsor post when but then she lost it, right? Because they were like, oh, this doesn't align with our values, blah blah blah. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
let me find that clip. It might be
I think
related, but yeah.
yeah, but I mean, I think Jay, you're right. I think eventually I think it probably will if things continue to get worse, which they probably
Yeah, no things.
will. But I mean, like I actually think it's just better if these chicks just become actual escorts.
No, they
Like,
can't. No, premium. But let me ask you this, bro. Why would they
Why would you
become?
bother?
Why would you like? No, I want you to think about a premium.
yeah, I
Why
mean,
would
like I'm not.
if I'm a woman, or if you have a woman, why would she be a prostitute when she can literally
Yeah,
just post
true.
the pictures, have the guys, all these men who don't want to fuck her, all pay her, I don't know, $12 to $20 a pop. All I have to do is just post a picture every day of the guy and post videos of the guys that I really want to fuck. And I'm able to literally, if think about it like this, if I have 100 guys paying $20 a month, I'm really bad at math. What is that?
What'd you say? 20?
twelve
What'd you say?
hundred.
Oh, I wouldn't have even with the numbers. But yeah, I think it's right.
That's about 2,000,
You
What'd
said
right?
you?
you said 100 guys paying
A
twelve
hundred
dollars a
guys
month.
paying $20 a month. That's about 2,000,
Oh,
right?
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
100, yeah, times 20. Yeah, two.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought you said
So
$12.
okay. So let's say if it's 300, you know,
Yeah,
6,000.
yeah.
So now
Compound.
you're making so now you're making enough to cover your rent expenses anyway. I don't know, work part-time or doing something else, you pay for school or do this and this and that. You're taking in, you might be taking in about 100 or so K a year, depending upon like what your other job is, right? And these women don't have to fuck anybody they don't want to. They're only fucking obviously Chaz and Tyrone's. So as opposed to being a prostitute where they're being paid to put themselves in danger, put their bodies in danger, and fuck men that they don't want to fuck anyway.
you're not
Yeah,
gonna
I mean,
bother with
like,
that. It's a bad strategy, really. Why would you? Why would
yeah,
you do that?
I mean, it's mainly like, yeah, OnlyFans, you can make more money, but it's kind of like the grifter thing that red pillars say, like, oh, everybody can make it, everybody can be like a top 1%er. But I mean, like, the main difference is just you aren't posting it directly to the internet. So, like, you can be a escort in one state, and then, like, if you're done with it, just move to a different state and nobody will know. You can still
Yeah, but
get a
that's
directing
all.
job, like,
It's
but
yeah, but that's too. But
yeah, it's
there's
probably yeah. I
no.
mean, like, it's not. I mean, it's definitely not worth it. But
The only thing that would benefit is men. So like
yeah, true, true, true.
it would benefit men, which is why they won't do it.
Which I don't want to
But
do it. Yeah,
yeah, but the thing about it is, but the fucked up thing is, as we're because look, and I've said this before, the red pill has already kind of gone mainstream with the Andrew Tates,
yeah, it's
the Fresh and Fits to a certain degree, the Kevin Samuels to a certain
very
degree. I mean, it's not mainstream, but it's pretty much kind of out there, like where you can talk about hypergamy and not get the
not get
police called on
canceled.
you.
Yeah,
But I would say that in the next 2 to 3 years, as the single male race starts to rise,
it's
violence, like I
yeah, it's
think
about to get crazy.
yeah. So
There's gonna be
there's
so many fucking
yeah,
killings.
So, and I've always said this, I've said this for a while. There's going to come a time where we're going to have a legitimate conversation about this issue, and that the conversation of prostitution might come into play. That's the best we can hope
I
for.
think it will. I think it
That's
will.
the best case
I
scenario
think it
for it.
has to. I
Yeah.
think it has to, unless they want to like tell all the women to stop going into work. You're back, like you're back at home, and like you can't get a job, which that will never happen.
No,
So
that's not gonna happen. But
yeah.
but you know what the funny thing is, and mystery. Tell me if I'm wrong, bro. Like the funny thing about when people talk about the incel problem, and when people talk about the solution to the incel problem, is it therapy? Is it education? Is it the Andrew Tates? Is it the red pill thinking? Is it the lack of blah 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 blah? And it's just like, you idiot. You know what the fastest way to destroy an incel? What's the fastest way of getting rid of an incel? The fastest way.
Getting him a fucking woman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
no,
get them
no,
a
just get
relationship.
by fucking him. Yeah, like if a woman wanted to, if a woman if a woman was at a university and she was afraid that these incel dudes are gonna have an uprising, like this whole like kind of fear mongering of incels. It's like, oh my goodness, like there's so many incels on campus. Like look at them, they're plotting, they're gonna blah 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 blah. Well, yeah, well, just give him some pussy, and then you won't that's one less
Mm,
people you have to worry about.
the only thing though is it's just a temporary solution. It's like even in like European countries where prostitution is legal, there's still incels because it's not really like the sex factor alone. It's like the actual relationship. But
Oh no, I agree with that. But no,
Yeah, I was
I
about to say
it
that as
would it
well.
would like tide it over
yeah,
for
no,
like another
exactly.
couple
But
of
sometimes,
years.
yeah, because wait, hold on, I'm gonna tell you something. But here's the thing, like absolutely, it's not the solution. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you were to take a virgin or a quote unquote incel or a dude who's not used to female affection at all,
True, true,
and
yeah.
a woman give him some box, that'll hold him over for like 4 months.
I think I think it would cure some dudes because there are some dudes who are obsessed with it, and then like maybe like once they get some box, they're like, damn, like yeah, it feels good, but it's like that's it, like and like maybe they like realize that there's more to it, but yeah, I get what you were saying.
I mean, I would say that like, would that really solve the issue? I think it would solve some of the, like Prim said, it would solve some of the instilled issues. Like, obviously, getting them sex is better than nothing, but like,
Yeah,
it doesn't solve the fact that they aren't getting any real attraction from these women at all. Though they're not getting
yeah,
any
yeah.
real desire from these women. I think that's what incels truly want. I
Hmm.
think at the end of the day, from what I've observed, they definitely want to have that true
Yeah,
relationship status with the true desire, the true look in the eye, all that shit that comes from being in a relationship, not just the sexual carnal
yeah,
pleasure.
because
And that
just
and that's something that's much harder to give somebody
to
because
get,
like that
yeah,
requires
facts.
true attraction. It's not.
Well, the only way you can the yeah, okay, so if that's the case, the only way, and here's the ultimate sacrifice that men would need to make. The only way that we would have a chance of getting back to something like that for your average dude, because this is not even really an incel thing, and this is the
True.
average dude is not getting that
Yeah.
anymore, right? So the only way we will be able to get back to that is if some the which again would, I don't know if it would ever happen, is some the fuck how if you got rid of the internet.
Uh, I mean,
If you got rid of the internet,
maybe, but
think about it. If
I
you
mean,
got rid of
it's
the internet,
technology in general, the ability to travel
no,
wherever
no,
you
no, 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 no,
want.
no.
Like,
You don't need no. Once you get listen, if you get rid of the internet and women went without the internet and they were only relegated to the men around them, then after a minute, their hypergamy, I don't know if this is actually the case, will begin to kind of derelegate. Because think about it. A woman is going to act differently if she has access to her local NBA players in Drake, if she didn't have access to local NBA players in Drake, if she was just in her hometown and she just only had to deal with the dudes at her fucking hometown or in her city or in her community or in her college.
yeah, I mean, I think it would definitely mitigate it. Like, I think it would solve part of the problem, but I think it would still be there unless there's a big cultural change, like you know,
That would be the change. That would, if you were to take, if you were to get rid of the internet entirely, which again will be a major hit because a lot of people, obviously people make money off the internet, you know, and have streams like this, etc. But at the very least, that woman who wouldn't give you the time of day would no longer have access to chads around the world around
Well,
her
she
state.
wouldn't have access, but she would still know they
she would still
exist,
have
and she
access
would still
to
know
the
that
Chads
like
in her hometown and
well,
like
Mhm.
but even
wherever she
beyond that
is.
though, she would just flat out know that those chads exist, and she would by just by comparison be comparing them constantly to you. So like the
Yeah,
incels issue would still never be solved. Like you would still
yeah.
be compared to other men, still be compared to chads, still be compared to the chad that she knows exist. Like the
Hmm.
problem with this issue is that, especially on the cultural side, is that the toothpaste are already out of the tube. You can't put it back in the tube, obviously. So like
Right.
Hmm.
the feminism's already here. The hypergamy is already here. It's already rampant, going crazy at this point. All
Yeah,
these
like
cultural things have already been the cake's already been baked for these women. Like they already exist.
mhm.
They've already existed. They already
Yeah,
have everything. Everything's already done. So you can't go back and change their mindset to make them attracted to incels. It's just not
No,
going to
no,
happen.
you
yeah,
couldn't.
like
No,
that's
I'm not.
what.
It's here's what I'll say. I think that and I hear, definitely hear what you're saying. I just think that it will take a certain amount of time because just like with anything, think about prison. If you once you the first week you go into prison, you know that there's better food that exists besides the food that you're eating in prison. But be in prison for long enough, and that fucking little cookie that you get at the end of the food is going to be hella fucking good because that's the only thing that you fucking had for a while. What you're saying is correct, but I'm just saying after the course of of a certain amount of time without Chad, because here's the thing: the reason why women are so Chad, one reason why they're so Chad hungry is because they keep getting fucked by Chads. But if you were to take away again, well, I mean, they would probably still have access somehow if they're out about or whatever, but it's not going to necessarily be the same. So that normie that she has direct access to, after a while, she's gonna be able to give that guy a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I think it would definitely help like more
Maybe I'm coping. I don't know.
average guys. Like, I mean, it would help in like that sense, but I don't think it would change mainly because there are still Chads in her hometown, right? Like that's why I say like red pill is part of the problem is that it's basically telling guys to just go around and just fuck girls for like no fucking reason, right? But so I mean like you do have to kind of put the burden on the guys too. It's like if Chad wasn't fucking all these chicks, then this problem would also not happen. So it's kind of like a double edged thing.
I mean, what would
I
really
was
solve
gonna
the issue
say,
in my? Oh, go ahead, Drolix.
oh no, go ahead. You were onto something.
I was gonna say like what would really probably solve the issue is like as TFM always says like the rights
Pure.
issue still has to be addressed, and then honestly the economic issue has to be addressed as well.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why men even got attention from women to begin with is because that women just flat out, not that they couldn't work with it, they were like highly discouraged from working. Therefore, they were kind of required to deal with men in order to get their to be taken care of for the rest of
To
their
like have a
lives.
life.
So they have
Yeah.
a life, yeah. So like that's like that was the deal for a long time, and people kind of forgot that. So yeah, a lot of like, I guess the reality is that it seems like we're operating off of this weird sense of like, oh yeah, the incel wants desire from Stacy, or he wants to, not Stacy, I guess from women in general. But like the reality is that desire probably never even existed to begin with. What he was really probably getting was probably at best probably just you know unwillful compliance because she needed him to maintain a lifestyle that she became accustomed to. So
Yeah, it was just like I mean, it was just kind of basically like in like heavily enforced monogamy where even if you are a incel, if you have like a decent job, you can get a woman and like she won't leave you and like do all this other shit. I mean, obviously it's I mean it still can happen, but it's just very low because she doesn't really have any options. Like, okay, she leaves you, like the chance that she's gonna find another guy to take care of her is basically close to zero. So, Drolix, you had
Yeah,
something though?
yeah. I mean, I was gonna say that it's maybe BPJ is coping a little bit, like take the internet away or
A little bit,
something.
yeah.
Like I equate it to Pandora's box being opened,
Yeah, no,
and
it's
there's
more so. Yeah, no, I know.
yeah,
It to
yeah,
me is
and
more so
no, no,
a thought experiment
it's a,
because yeah, because the thing about it is just real quick is that like before there was the internet and the section marketplace became global, even though feminism was on the rise, it was still somewhat sustainable. As soon as the section marketplace became globalized, it slowly became unsustainable. You know what I mean? But go
hmm
ahead.
yeah, yeah, no, no, I'm not like dissing on your heart. It's just a light jab. And I get your point too. Like if the internet went away yet tomorrow, then a whole bunch of shit will change for sure. But I think like it's a multifaceted issue. Like the economy, like the culture, the whole bunch of shit has to be addressed. And
Yeah,
I think there's practical shit that we can do like today that will make things better. And like you say, legalizing snuggles, like that's just one small aspect of it. It will solve a whole bunch of shit for a good portion of, like, say, the male population, right? It's not gonna solve everything, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a small solution. So that's one thing. You could just start fucking reforming all the stupid laws. Like, why the fuck is Dr. Dre paying millions of dollars a month to his ex-wife? Like that just doesn't fucking make sense. I agree with child support in principle, but it's like absurd. Like, why the fuck do you need to pay, thousands of
Alimony. Yeah.
dollars? Yeah, including alimony.
I mean,
Like, it should be reasonable, right? Like, it should be capped. Like, why the fuck does an infant need like 50K a month? Like, it just does not make sense.
like
Why
in
does
the
yeah, so if we enact laws and put them together proper, like that will increase incentive to like actually people getting married. Like if as a man it's like, okay, I can take on the risk of getting married, that will increase like marriage in general, possibly help bring back nuclear family. There's like small steps that we can do, but essentially it's like it's so fucking antiquated cucked bullshit that no one's trying to fix anything, but there are like practical solutions that we can do yesterday that would have made shit better essentially.
yeah, yeah. I understand why alimony is a thing because like obviously like back in the day, you know, they could not work basically. So if your dude just walks out on you, you're just fucked for life because like as I said, you're most likely not going to be picked up by another dude. So like the government has to kind of regulate that to like basically to like also keep the guys staying at home, But what Black Pill J said though, I think the internet, I don't think it really is the like major problem. I think like if we still had the internet, but like women still couldn't work, I think things would probably have been kept about the same. I mean, it's mainly like the compound thing. It's like, yeah, the internet came about, but then also women just got total freedom. So
Yeah, the solution was to never give rights in the first place.
Yeah, but now that we've hit like a this weird inflection point where it's like, okay, well, women have had rights for how many decades now, and it's like, okay, well, what do you do now? Like they've already become used to what they've had, so
yeah.
taking it away, and they have the ability to vote now. They can vote in politicians who will protect their rights. So this is the reality of it now. So we're stuck with what we
Yeah.
got. Just as a
Honestly,
headline here, though, adult star Lana Rhodes reveals sleeping with NBA star and having child that is allegedly by Kevin Durant or Blake Griffin.
oh,
Griffin.
that was a while back,
Yeah, I
but
remember seeing this. What the fuck?
there was, I mean, fuck, what was I gonna say? Shit. Damn, I
I
just fucking
put
lost
that
it.
yeah, I put
Oh
that
yeah.
link on that influencer that lost her 5K deal. It was race related because she used the N word or something.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the one I was talking about, like how like she was saying how like her showing her ass. I mean like, I mean she was doing like the basic grift where at first she says, "Oh, black women are overly sexualized," and then she posts her ass out for a sponsored pic online for everyone to see, and then like she just goes on and says, "Oh, like they hate when black girls are having fun and are free," you know. It's just a basic grift to like be a hoe. But I mean, yeah, just I can't see the picture though in the link.
Oh, I think her she deleted her IG
Oh,
or
she
something, or
damn,
it's set to private or some shit.
probably.
Damn. Let's read this article real quick, and then I'll probably hit the stream pretty soon.
All right.
This thing doesn't even look like. Influencer says she lost 5-figure deal after brand was offered by a black chick living her best life. Oh, was offended by a black chick living her best life.
Yeah, that
Can't
was
see
a
the
grift.
Instagram photo. Yeah, it's not there.
You can probably find it online pretty easily though, but
Oh wait, the following media is. Oh, I see it now. I see the pictures at the very
yeah.
bottom.
The only thing I will say though is that I think it is kind of too late to try and get get the woman to like do what they're supposed to do. So I think it's just kind of on the guys now. Like that's why I don't like a lot of the red pill talk is them saying, "Oh, just go around and you, you need to have sex with all these women." That creates the problem. Like it's part of the problem. You're just making like you're making more of these women into the woman that you hate, right? So I think it is also on the dudes, but
Well, yeah, the problem is the society standards changed, and you end up with in my opinion, a worse off society for it.
mm,
Back in the day, men were expected to also be a little bit chaste too. They weren't, it's not to say
yeah,
that,
yeah,
men couldn't have lay counts, but like they weren't supposed to have lay counts in the fucking triple digits, like, and
yeah,
same thing goes for women as well. And we've lost that standard. We had
yeah,
a
like a
chain to
minimum.
sexual revolution happen, and then we end up with a society where it's like, okay, well, we'll just have free love, free sex everywhere, do whatever you want, do without
Yeah,
will, and well, then it's like, what do you expect to happen with that point? Like, yeah, we are living in the after effects of the sexual revolution. The destruction of
mm,
the current destruction of patriarchy is going down the hill
definitely.
faster than possibly. I think someone
Yeah,
said earlier about my they got a good laugh out of my patriarchy thing, but it's like, at least compared to the black community, at least when I say the black community, I mean the African American community anyway. At least the white community still someone has a patriarchy that still somewhat exists. In the black
that
community,
is
dude,
true.
that community is gone. Like, if you want to see
Yeah,
what it looks like with no patriarchy, what it looks like, you can look at the black community and see what it actually looks like. The white community still has some semblance of one. The black community doesn't have one at all. And probably really
that
haven't
is
had one for
that
decades.
is true. That is true. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
was
like,
gonna say, man, like I really think we've hit a certain point of no return, right? Like, 'cause
yeah,
this isn't just America's problem. It's like it's a fucking
UK
global
is
issue.
worse. South Korea is worse. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, and part of my prediction is that, like, one, I think ultimately the economy is gonna suffer
Big time.
a whole bunch. Like, because the whole reason why we had a great, economy, say through 80s all the way up to now, is because of the world free trade and all that shit. But the bottom
Internet.
line is we had kids, we had, nuclear
Yep.
family, we had sustainable growth. Like now it's like in a hyper negative growth. Like you can't have 20 different options when, you only have like two people to sell it to.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen that stat where like a woman in her lifetime, like the average woman is a net
Yeah,
negative
net
to the
negative, yeah.
economy, which is just crazy. Like yeah, I mean, yeah, I think we're just headed towards total collapse unless we see like major change, and it is first going to be economic, and then people are gonna realize like, oh shit, like it's really bad.
Yeah, and to add to that, I think it's really already too fucking late, to be honest. Like,
Probably.
maybe some resemblance of like, like I said, there are shit that they could have done yesterday, like
Hmm.
legalizing snuggles, like reforming the marriage laws and all that stuff. And these are like not even extreme. It's like you could just
Yeah,
have them done, in a reasonable amount of
yeah,
time.
like next week.
it,
Yeah, I
it
mean
could
like
make
that.
a difference in the long run as well. But like,
Hmm.
I think ultimately, even like that wage slaving video I did, it's like, you know, it's nothing new. Like, men in general always had to fucking, work hard to get ahead. So it's either you're willing to do the work and get ahead, or you just fall out of the rat race. And
Hmm.
you need to either accept that you're just gonna rot away in your Inkwell cinematic universe, or you're gonna have a chance at escaping.
Yep.
And yeah, the reality is it's fucking grim, it's tough, and ultimately you might try and try, but you might never achieve it. But then that's literally the only option you have left. And like I keep saying, like stack your bread and get the fuck out. Like if you can't get what you want where you're at, the only option is to just leave and find elsewhere. And if geomaxing is the option, so be it. You don't necessarily have to geomax out of the country that you're in, but you can always move to somewhere that's better than where you're currently at. And I think
Yeah.
the window is just fucking closing. So, I'm thinking if you can achieve what you want in the next, I would say even 10 years, probably tops 15, 20, you're gonna just fucking rot and die where you're standing today.
Yeah, I mean like I mean to add on to like what I was telling Mystery earlier about why I pulled, I would actually say like the main thing is that I have a way out. So like I don't really care if things just end here in the states because I always have a way out, and like the majority of African countries are nowhere near as bad as the US is, so I'll be fine. Like like even if I like marry like an American woman, I can just bring her with me. So I just like I just don't really give a fuck. So
That's a pretty good position to be in, actually. Overall, the fact that you have a way out, you always have a way out. You always have
yeah,
a place you can go, almost like a home base you can go back to, just to like make your life easier. Just works out very
yep.
well for you, so which is good. But let me end the stream pretty soon, so let's do some fucking last words and get the fuck out of here. All right, Drogs, my dude, last words.
Yep, stack your bread and get the fuck out when you can before it's too late.
There you go, buddy. Thanks for coming on, my dude. Always a pleasure. Prem, my dude, last words.
Yep, I mean, you just gotta at least give it a shot, guys. I mean, if shit ends here, give me a call, DM me on
Get that free
Discord, and
job
I'll
and
see what I can
you
do.
can
I can still
see
get
what
money.
happens, dude.
So,
There you go. All right, man.
yep.
Thanks for coming on, my dude.
All right.
All right, then there was one. I gotta get BPJ on for a one-on-one on Wednesday. I think on Wednesday night. Wednesday we'll do that. We'll try to get him on there. I think he said he would join on Wednesday, so we'll do that. Either way, it's over now. Yeah, it's been 2 hours, so we hope you guys enjoyed this 2 hour long stream. Never mind, I don't do this. They're not this long on a weeknight. So yeah. The fact that Africa is constantly being mentioned as geomassing options means we're scraping the bottom of the barrel. It's over now. Got the crying cat. Oh, never began. I don't think that's a little bit, dude. Yeah, you got to see some of these African women, dude. They look pretty fucking good to me, dude. I don't. They look pretty phenomenal to me, dude. I didn't think it was racist. I said, like, I don't know. I wouldn't have said that. I think the women there are pretty good looking in my opinion, dude. African women look pretty fucking good to me, dude. One on Wednesday night, Wednesday weeknight. Yeah, weeknights at 4 o'clock p.m. or 8 o'clock p.m. Be there, be square. You're thinking Africa's the end of the line. China's trying to send their excess men there. Imagine how desperate they must be. You gotta do something, dude. Anytime you offer solutions, always some racist ass lady people talking down. Just Patport macro. Alright, let's end this fucking stream soon. There'll be a lot of blazing soon in the motherland. Peace. See you later, buddy. A lot of blazing soon in the motherland, yeah. I don't know, dude. When it comes down to Africa, dude, Africa maxing. It's definitely one of my areas I want to go to if once I decide to give up on American women. But so far I haven't given it quite yet. But I would definitely go to Africa for sure. You can match with women over there too, and they honestly will they'll match with you over here as well. So because they see your American status, and they're like, oh shit, he's American. Oh shit, I can get him with an American man. So yeah, I think that goes for any third world country at the end of the world. At the end of the day, and the end of the world, end of the day, the women there tend to be a little more easier to deal with, shit like that. So who knows? Tired of lazy ass people. Yeah, dude. Africa is on the rise. I don't know what the fuck these dudes talking about. All right, let's do this shit. Let's end the stream. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you like the video. Hate the video. Who fucking knows? All right, guys. Yeah, this has been another random stream for WINcels. Once again, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you like the video or hate the video, or at least have something you want to say. We're gonna do this again on Wednesday. Hopefully with a guest, a BPJ again. Maybe he'll come on again. Maybe one, maybe not. Still gotta get Face on. SNC's coming back soon, so I'll announce the date on my community tab later on, maybe tomorrow or maybe on Wednesday or some shit like that. But yeah, who knows? Either way. Let's read this comment real quick. Africa is literally the end of the line when it comes to geomapping. No one was ever mentioning it like 6 to 7 years ago. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. Yeah, it was mostly Southeast Asia or Brazil or going down to South America. It is sort of like the last frontier of like women to go through, I guess. Yeah, I guess the phrase "bottom of the barrel" really got to some people, I guess, here, because I would agree with like that's a little bit kind of weird to say. Also, HIV. Ooh, that's kind of a meme too. That's a big meme. Gotta get tested. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next time. We'll do this again on Wednesday. Maybe I have a guest. Maybe I have a guest or two on. Who knows? And yeah, guys, don't forget, guys, wisdom is gold. I'll see you guys next time, and peace out.